Can you hear me? Alright, this whole thing's a bit spitballing and it's going to be kind of pointless because he's already admitted that there is a reference frame in which it is corrected. But right now I'm just trying to get this thing figured out. There's a physics problem in the expanse that a Dr. Ryan Ridden, I don't know if he's an actual doctor, but that's what his YouTube name is, and it seems really interesting. But he said that it's impossible for someone who is inside a ship that has a constant angular spin with a constant thrust coming out one end, for someone in that ship to be pushed into the center of the orbit of that ship. Because he's already admitted there is a reference frame in which it appears that the ship is going in a circular motion, even though it is technically going in a kind of sinusoidal wave type motion, where it cancels out its velocity at one point and then keeps going. So what I am trying to do is I'm trying to set up a KSP scenario in which I can get the result he's talking about, where I have... I wish I had a mouse. I do have a mouse. You can see that. So, in my setup here, I am having this on land with all the wheels friction set to 0. And I have it debugged, so I have infinite power and infinite... what is it? I don't think I need infinite power anymore, since I have that. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'll keep the infinite power just so I have time to mess with it. But I have this thruster right here, which is there to put in the initial thrust and also maintain thrust, because it does wear out. I don't know where the friction is coming from or what's causing it to slow down, but it does slow down. So I need to set that so I can get a constant speed first, and then I'll set this thruster so it's going forward, and that will put in the side motion and the inward motion towards the orbit, and then that will hopefully get it to the point where I can have this in the center, and that way when it comes time I can adjust. Where is it? Oh, I lost my decoupler. I need a decoupler here too. So I'm going to use the force on this decoupler to provide the initial push. So hopefully I can get this item to go inside the orbit and follow along for at least a little bit and see what happens. And it's called Am I Right? Because I'm not actually sure if this is going to work. I just think it's theoretically possible. And messing with all these parameters is going to be a pain and a half. Pain in the ass, pain and a half. We shall see. Because I'm going to need to adjust all these forces. And I actually need 2 different force setups for this, because I need to get the initial boost in, and then I need to find what the proper maintaining thrust limit is. And then there's this. I want it, like, the arc is going to actually have to be very small and contained for this to work properly. So, yeah. It's going to be balancing a whole bunch of variables, and I could do math and physics to try and figure out what the variables are, but I think maybe just eyeballing it might be better. We'll see. We'll see. But maybe I can actually save this setup and give it to the good doctor, and he could run with it. So let's go ahead and try this. Still recording. Launch. So I need to get this first out. Well, that's another point. I think I'm probably going to put the reaction control back on just so I can control it before, because I just realized that I can't actually control this thing and position it for the pretest. I can do the test, but I can't do the pretest. So I'm going to go back to the space hangar and put the reaction control wheel back on. I shouldn't be used during the actual experiment, but it's going to be around. I do actually have to put it underneath this decoupler. My name's Kai, by the way. Not that really anybody cares. I had a small YouTube channel for a very small bit where I've only played Oblivion in it, I believe. Pretty much nothing happened, but whatever. It's called Novice Quest. I wanted to call myself the Novice and figure stuff out. But that didn't really go anywhere. But now, I am trying to prove stuff on the internet for internet points. Yay! Time to try this. So now I should be able to get into the flatland area. I don't think it's actually that flat. I wish I could make it flatter. I might be able to... F12. So I got the gravity hacked. I got arrow and drag. Is this what's causing my drag? No. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's it. Oh, this is probably it. So, no drag. Angular drag, I don't want that. And I don't want that. So that one... Can I just say, okay, don't apply drag. That's an easier option. So there's no drag, there's no arrow. I don't care about thermal. I want gravity to be the same. Contracts, Kerbins. Is there a tilt V flight? Alright, I don't think there is a thing for friction, but it should already be off. So I'm actually going to just spin this up and see if I even need that thruster. So I'm just trying to get a certain period. So one, I should get an actual timer for this. Just a second. Okay, where's my timer? Timer. Whoop. Stopwatch? That should do. So, it already stopped. So that's kind of lame. So I am just going to go here. This actually needs to be on the last one. You kidding me? Are you joshing me right now? Fine. Put this here then this up here. Oh my god. Why can't I put that there? Can I put that there? No. Why not? What is wrong with the staging? Okay. Okay, game. You're drunk. You are drunk, game. That was way too convoluted. Okay, so... I don't know if this will do anything weird to the staging. Come on. There. Activate engine. There. I actually don't know how flat this area is. I'm assuming it's pretty flat. And this doesn't have any freaking thrust on it. There we go. So, going to one. No! I got a little bit too much oomph there. It's probably going to take a second. I might cut this out. We'll see. So go to the left. There. Go thrust to... Okay. There. Now activate engine. And both of my engines technically have two separate throttles. There's this throttle, and there's this throttle. So through both of them. So this is 100%, but this is at almost nothing. So my little trip over to the flatland is a lot more normal. Now, go ahead and kill my speed. So I'm not moving. Well, I am moving very slowly. Am I? Is that? Okay. That's why. This thing? Yeah, that thing got messed up again. So there's this here. Now then. Shut down that engine. This back up. Fine. Can I just take this out of staging altogether? Screw it. It's fine. It's fine like that. Shut down. No, that's not it. Shut down engine. Okay, shut down. I am pretty far away from there. Yeah, screw it. I can legitimately just brake too, because I still have braking power. So that's a lot easier way to stop. Now then, I need to... I'm actually going to pin this. I'm going to shut down this engine. And I'm going to pin this. And I'm going to activate this engine. No gimbal. I'll say thrust of... Let's go 10. So I just want to get a constant period, and we'll see if this works. So I'm going to thrust up. That shouldn't really be doing that. Oh, it's because I have SAS on as holding. Yeah, okay. I'm going to turn it off now and brake. So I had SAS, which was stopping the rotation and actually causing a sideward vector from that, even though it's not in line with the center of mass. So the thruster was going and it was trying to spin it, but the reaction wheel was counteracting it and causing it to actually drift off to the side and rotate slowly. So now that SAS is off, that shouldn't happen again. We'll see what happens. So max thrust. And then minimum thrust, and see if this maintains the period. So I can already tell it's not going to, but I just passed north and I started the timer and it's not going. So let's increase the thrust. Max thrust. Minimum thrust. Restart this. So maybe minimum thrust needs to be 2. up. I missed it. Screw it, I'm starting at 270. Time start. Take a lap right now at 1968. Lap right now at 39:35. Another lap. So far, it's looking pretty consistent. It's all around 19.6. I think that one might have been off just a little bit because I wasn't paying close enough attention. But I'll do 2 more. If it maintains, I might just go ahead and activate the secondary stage of this little get up. Yoink. 19.59, so just around 19.6. So I'm having a pretty consistent period. So I think it's about time to activate this. Now I need the thrust to be pretty low. But I think it needs to be, well, I'll just start it out at 20 and see if that works. I think I'll actually make a save here. I can't save while it's moving, can I? Yeah, unable to save. So I can't save right now. This kind of sucks, but we'll see what happens. So, first of all, it's rotating pretty consistently. It has a pretty regular period. Now we'll activate this engine when it's over there. That way I will be traveling in that-ish direction. So activate the engine. All right. I think the fact that I have to use 2 thrusts just to maintain, because now both those thrusts are adding up into a sideways vector. A little bit too much of one. So I think I need to angle that thruster in closer to, well, further out from the center of mass. Honestly, with that, I could just get this thing to work, because this doesn't provide any vectors. I'm going to try that real quick. So just shut down this engine. Bring this up. Shut down this engine. Bring this up. So that section's working. Eventually, my surface actually. Is it moving? Is it rolling? Is it rolling downhill? Can't really tell. I need to pin this. Well, the sideways thruster didn't work. And if you're actually in space, like the only reason I'm doing this on ground at all is because like it's hard to see what different reference frames are in space. So just putting it on a 2D plane, just in the open like this, makes it so it's just, I don't know how to explain it. Better, I guess. So I've been holding it down for a while. I don't know if it has a consistent period, so I'm going to check that again. It's at north right now. I just started the time, so I'm going to lap every time it goes past north to see if it has a consistent period. $19.65 again. Almost north. $19.74. I think it might actually be speeding up, which would make sense considering this is providing constant force. Well, actually, no. Did that take longer? 19.69. Actually, no. It seems like it's pretty consistent. And right now I'm just holding down A with the authority limiter on to 20%. 19.83. And my button tapping isn't perfect either, so. And I don't seem to be getting a general motion. Like I don't seem to be drifting too far in either direction. 19.72. So I'm going to call that consistent enough. And I'm going to start the thrust again, see what happens. So now I'm holding A. We got this thrust set up to 20%. And I'm going to just bump it up twice there for a little bit stronger. Then I'm going to activate the engine now. I think the engine needs to be a lot stronger. So, shut down the engine. Put on the brake for a little bit. So I'm going to actually put the thrust up to like, I think the thrust is actually going to be lower here, but I'm going to turn it up here massively. And that thrust was actually on there for a second. So, oh, the engine was activated, so yeah, it wasn't on. All right, waiting till it comes around again, till the engine's pointing that way, so the most general direction is probably going to be that direction. So, activate the engine. think it needs to actually be a little bit stronger. Because the center rotation right now is still inside of it, but I'm pretty sure it has shifted forward beyond what the center of mass is. I'm pretty sure the only way to change that is to increase the thrust, and that should give a larger orbit. I don't know if I'm speeding up. Does this... God damn it. I need to get rid of the gimbal here. So that might have been messing with it too. So now the only thing that's controlling the spin direction should be the authority. Alright. Looks like it's almost there. I think I need to increase the thrust a little bit more. And I'm going to increase it around here. I think I need more thrust. More thrust! Can I make this part my focus? I don't even know if I'm allowed to select that. Maybe I need to select... Yeah, sure, whatever. Aim camera at that. I think I actually need more thrust than this thing can actually provide. Which kind of sucks. But... decoupler... So, can I decouple? So yeah, it needs to be a little bit stronger, and the decoupler needs to be a bit stronger too. How do I change my vessel again? I know there's a button for it, but I don't know what it is. I used to use it all the time for docking. I'm no longer holding anything, by the way. That's just going on autopilot right now. Boo, boo, boo. So it's these buttons. Is it just my focus that's off? Aim camera. So yeah, aim camera at that now. Oh! I'm not even providing any roll, or I guess angular momentum. It's so close. I just need to get a little bit stronger of a thruster, I think. All right. With that, I need to go back to the space hangar to try and figure this out. Boo boo boo. So first off, I do not need this. It just kind of got in the way. Caused some weird factors that I didn't want. I'm going to actually scrap this entirely. It's not strong enough. So let's see. Vacuum thrust is 20 kilonewtons. I need something that runs on liquid fuel. Well, liquid fuel and liquid oxidizer. That. No, no, no. What's this? Nope. This one? Hell no. In a vacuum, it's 60 kilonewtons. It's not too big. That's 3 times stronger, right? 20 kilonewtons to 30 kilonewtons. The Terrier. Alright, let's save it and try again. Yeah, I'd like to overwrite. And I'm not sure if I can adjust this on the fly. Can I just not touch it? Okay. I can't adjust this on the fly, so I'm just going to put it at 50% and hope that works. Select disabled. Off. Disable staging. Enable cross feed. That should be fine. Again, I'm going to save. Yes, overwrite. And I keep thinking of things that I need to change before I do anything. Locked gimbal. Save again. Nothing else I need to change, is there? Let's see. No friction. No friction. No friction. No friction. No friction. And I'm going to be adjusting the wheel authority on the fly. Launch. So, 'tis loading. I feel like I'm so close. So, turn that on for now. Go over here. Definitely don't want to activate that too soon. I think I'm not even going to be using the staging. And yeah, I can't control the decouple strength here, so if I want to change it later, I'll have to do it actually in the thing. So I need to activate the engine. Go over here. Turn down the thrust. Because I'm going through some weird stuff here. Turn on retrograde so I can stop myself with the brake bar like I should be doing. Because I'm a goddamn dumbass. I got wheels. Got wheels. I don't need to brake like I'm in goddamn space. Alright. Now, where'd my wheel authority go? Could have sworn I pinned that. There. So I want wheel authority of 20% again and see how that looks. I'm just going to hold left until it brings it up to speed. After it's up to speed, that means it's at the point where the friction and the current input is about the same. In fact, I'm going to just bump it up a little bit to start out. Bring it back down to 20%. Am I don't know if anybody else will understand this, but all of my icons and controls are so big is because I'm playing on a big screen TV halfway across the room. So if it was small, I couldn't see them. I'm not retarded, I swear. At least that's what I'd like to think. So I'm actually going to. So this is 3 times stronger. The other one was at full power, so I'm going to bring this up to 50%. So it's only another, what? What is that? 50% stronger than the other one? Because 3 times 3, 50% of 3 is 1.5 in comparison to 1. And 50% stronger of 1 is. And I guess I'll check the period again. Just because I've changed variables, so I'm not sure if I'm actually maintaining a proper period now. In fact, it feels slow, but I'm just going to leave it. Because slow rotation speed might be important for this. If I just increase the rotation speed again and again and again, just trying to get faster thrust, when really all I needed was a slower rotation speed, which I probably could have gotten the correct result from the last one just with a slower rotation speed, but I decided not to go that route. And I'm honestly not sure if I actually started on north last time, so I'm going to start again. Start. Going all the way around town. It is definitely a slower period. It's probably because all the mass I added onto it with adding that thruster. So it's at 27.9. Well, actually 26.9. Essentially 27. We'll see what the next one is in a couple minutes. Well, not a couple minutes, a couple seconds. And mark. That's 27.04. So within, what is that? 0.05 seconds. Do one more, and it should be good. As long as it's actually like within 0.0 whatever of a second. I'll call that a consistent period. I wonder how many people are going to be on and on about period jokes and how much I'm saying period, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm so crude. Oh, jeez. I'm clutching my pearls. So I'm going to start the engine after. Oh, okay, yeah. Guess that's fine. So this is closer to the motion you said you'd be getting, where you have a forward direction, but you're also going around a certain point. But I think that's going away just due to friction. It's just about there. I think I just need a little bit more thrust. So I'll pump it up to 58. I don't think my rotation is staying consistent. Screw it. Huh. More thrust? Let's see. More thrust! I don't have... I do have that on. Is that what's causing me problems? I don't know. I've been constantly on the A key, so SAS shouldn't be affecting it because the only thing it would be allowed to adjust is the roll and pitch. Which shouldn't be a problem. And you get hit. Rip flight. Rip to launch. So I'm going to decrease the wheel authority slightly. So hopefully I'll get more of a result from that. There. I'm going to keep 100% thrust because I'm pretty sure that wasn't even enough. And I am actually just going to decrease the wheel authority by 10. Keep SAS off. Turn over here. Activate the engine. Okay. Turn the engine off. Eventually I'll roll downhill. Hopefully I won't tip. After I get far enough away from the landing. Oh. How much authority do I have? Well, not enough with it decreased like this. See if I can give it the old college try and get it rolled over. I'm a turtle! Turtle! Turtle Club! Damn. A little bit more! Give it more oomph! I guess I'm just gonna have to revert. Will, like, doing one of those? Alright, it took way too long. Revert flight. Go ahead and for it to launch. Ah, this is taking way too long. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just wrong. Activate. Too fast. Okay, not tipping this time. That's good. Put that up there. Still want to travel away from it for a little bit longer. Where's my wheel authority? There it is. I'll put that there. Going 10%. Brake. So my surface velocity goes down. Now, time to spin. I'm gonna start up at 29, just until I get up to speed. Bring it back down to 10, and wait till I can get a consistent period. All right. It's barely moving. I think I need a bit more than that. It was at 20. Let's try 15. Boost it up just a bit. And bring it down to 15. Okay. Can't remember what the previous period was, but we'll see about that. Reset. I just want a slower and consistent period. So start. This might be legitimately faster if I've just learned physics and tried to actually put in all the proper numbers to try and figure out what the optimal way of doing this is. Because it's by no means easy to get this result, but I think it is possible. This feels like it's going so slow. But I guess that's kind of what I wanted. So that was 43.79. 47.5, so that's way off. I seem to be slowing down a bit. lap. 48.55, still slowing down, but a bit closer. About 1 second off. We'll see. And mark 40.63, so within 0.1 of a second about. Get one more result of the same and I'll start with thrust at max. That was 48.87. So within 0.2, that could be down just to a button press. So I'm going to go ahead and start after I get to an appropriate angle in which I have some runway. I'll just shut down the engine. Give myself max thrust. Max thrust there. And I shall now activate the engine. So it's going off at a really high speed out in that direction. Actually curious about that. It flipped off. Ah, that sucks. I think I might need to do a redesign on this thing. Yeah. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna get through this. Whatever. Maybe I'll still post it. Maybe. Probably not. Good night. Thanks for watching through my rambling little session here. But I think that actually showed pretty close to what I was talking about, where technically speaking, yeah, you could set it up, but it'd have to be pretty perfect, and you'd have to have an individual jumping at just the right time in the ship towards the nose of the ship, like towards the actual center of rotation. And you'd have to be able to cancel out some, like, whatever velocity the ship's going at the moment. Yeah, sure. I think that kind of shows it.